Even the libs are starting to see that leftism is absolutely destroying our once great American cities. Now, I'm going to play you a clip. This is Ana Kasparian. If you're into this space, I feel like everybody knows who she is. She is this huge lib that is a co-host on the Young Turks. She's like this huge lib, this huge liberal, like sort of like really goes in, been super far left. The Young Turks, I believe, are very far left, and it's been very interesting to see people that have achieved a lot of prominence being liberal activists sort of being dragged at least to the center because leftism has gotten so completely insane. And this is her going off. This is a policy apparently from New York City that does not punish dismembering corpses. Like this is so wild. And I want you to listen to or take a look at what she has to say about this.
Dismembering a corpse and hiding a corpse after dismembering it, not bail eligible, not a serious crime. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like when Joy Behar outlined that case, I was like, she's crazy. This isn't a thing. This isn't real. This isn't real. So I looked it up. It's real, guys. It's real. Listen, if being on the left means supporting this, then I'm not on the left, and I'm okay with that. So let me give you the details of the case.
It doesn't mean that.
Okay, I don't know. Let me give you the
Joy
details.
Behar's on the left. We're all on the left. We don't want people dismembering folks getting released. Only a couple of lunatic.
Some do.
I know. What I was in the middle of saying is only a couple of lunatic activists are like, yeah, we're pro dismemberment guys being let go. Okay, whatever. You don't represent the left at all.
Dismembered bodies. It's so unfair to put them in prison. Okay, let me give you the details of the actual case, okay? So 4 people were arrested in New York after body parts were found in Long Island. Okay, dismembered body parts. The victims were, 2 people from Yonkers, older individuals. Suffolk County Police say 44-year-old Stephen Brown, 38-year-old Jeffrey Mackey, 40-year-old Amanda Wallace, and 33-year-old Alexis Neves were charged with concealment of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and hindering prosecution. They have not been charged with murder.
All right, so this is interesting. Number one, I can do a month-long Monday through Friday series of just how crazy New York City has gotten well over the past decade, all right? Now, for some context, I've lived in New York City in some capacity since 2008. Obviously, right now I'm in the great state of Florida, and I split my time between here and New York City. But I have seen things sort of circle the drain there. And so before I get into New York City in particular, I just want to talk about there's something happening right now in American politics. And I like to, I do some stuff. If you guys listen to the audio only version of this, right now, and like I will probably go video first 5 days a week at some point in the future. But I dig a little bit deeper into politics in the audio stuff. The video stuff, I dig more into culture. So when you take the politics out of it and you really just look at things on the local level, there is something that is happening right now in these cities where even liberals are getting fed up with these policies. And this is what happens in these cities. As somebody that has lived in New York, like I said, in some capacity, when you look at the city council, when you look at all of these things, these sort of smaller, low-level positions in these cities, they get hijacked by extremists, okay? And so what you have right now, if you have a bunch of very far left people that are setting laws, if you have very far left people that are, district attorneys. I remember Gascon was like a really big thing. This is the stuff that you're going to see. And this isn't something that if you vote left or right locally, like this isn't something that Republicans are going to just come in locally and clean up, because these are essentially one-party states at this point. If you're in New York City, that is one-party rule. There is very rarely any Republican that's gonna get any power. So at this point, it is up to the old school liberals to sort of start wrestling power away back from these leftists, because if you do not do this, these things will continue to get worse and worse.